or maybe something like 1 year, 2 year contract is also done, right? So 1 month, I'm looking for a contractor who can do this, or I am having a plan to get this job done in a 1 month, right? So in the planning, I'm writing the tenure of the contract 1 month. Okay. Now, when the contractor will come to do the job, what will be the hazard and the risk in my building area? Means in my house. Because in my house there are my family as well, right? My own activities will be there in my house. So there must be some kind of a hazard, right, to do the job. Some of the hazards will be like in my house itself, as well as some of the hazard, meaning most of the hazard will come along with them, correct? When they will bring the scaffold or ladders or painting, chemical paints, right? Some thinners, some equipment they will bring. The workers will be skilled or not, so lots of things will be there, right? So some of the hazard and the risk will come along with them. So I have to conduct a hazard, hazard identification and risk assessment. So in the planning stage, I have to identify the hazard and the risk associated with this activity, exterior painting of the building. Then scale of the contract. Scale of the contract meaning, let me write this one. So you can say risk assessment, has to be carried out. Risk assessment. Then scale of the contract meaning that only one building, or if I have a 2 building, or I have a 3 building. So whether the scale of contract is 1 building or 2-3 building. So scale of the contract will be can be also defined or mentioned into the planning stage. Okay, now one building. So scale of the contract will be also mentioned into the planning stage. Then go for the bidding. Go for the bidding meaning, now after making a plan, I have to go for the bidding. Bidding will be open to receive the application, open to receive the tender application by various contractors, correct? So I want to get my house painted externally, means exterior painting. So if I will go for the bidding, definitely there will be more than one contractor will be applying for this job for the business purpose. So suppose 10 contractor, 10 contractor applied for this contract, for this contract. What is the contract? Exterior painting, correct? Or 10 contractor applied for this tender. So there it is, the second step comes, pre-contractor selection. Now tell me everyone, 10 contractor applied. Now to whom should I select? To whom should I give contract? So that's why there is a second stage, pre-contractor selection, meaning before selecting the contractor, because 10 contractor applied, or maybe 15 or 20, for example, 10 contractor applied. So to whom I should give contract for doing the painting work? So in your examination question comes, what are the criteria to select the contractor? Or in your examination question comes, what are the parameters to check before selecting the contractor? So how you will check? Or even the question comes that how will you assess the competence of the contractor contractor before selecting, no? Before selecting. Okay, so how will you assess the competence of the contractor before selecting them? Okay, no? Them. This also questions, this type of question also comes. The question may come, what are the criteria for selecting the contractor? What are the parameters to check before selecting the contractor? What are the ways to assess the competence of the contractor before selecting them? So whatever the question they will ask you, the answer will be the same. Correct? Because how many contractors applied for this job? How many contractors? 10 contractors. Right? So to whom should I give the contract? So I will give the contract to the contractor who will meet this parameter, my criteria. Correct? No? So these are the criteria which has to be met. Or out of these 10, whoever will be meeting this criteria, this condition or parameters, I will give the contract to him. Understood? Like how you are applying for some scholarship, so you have to be meeting with some criteria, right? Some parameters. Then only you will be eligible for the scholarship or something. Correct? In the same manner, I want my building painted, so I want to ensure that the contractor who will come to my workplace to the painting, they are competent. Correct? No? They are competent. So now come to the thought of workplace. Workplace occupational workplace. Okay. So before giving the contract to the contractor, I will check which contractor has an effective health and safety policy. In the health and safety policy, it shows commitment of the top management, meaning the health and safety policy should show commitment of the top management. Commitment towards what? Commitments to protect the workers getting harmed or injuries or illness, right? So I will give the contract to the contractor only when they have a good health and safety policy, where they are, or where the top management of that contractor company is showing the commitments to protect the workers getting injuries or illness. Correct? Because when the contractor will come to my site and if some accidents happens, then according to the legal requirement, okay, according to the law, I am the landlord actually, I am the client. The client is the prime occupier. Prime occupier meaning responsible person. Okay, no? So I am the responsible person for this activity actually. If the contractor will meet an accident and somebody dies, then there will be some legal action onto me also. So that's why I will ensure that whoever is coming, they must be having a good health and safety standards. So to ensure that, I will check whether they have a health and safety policy or not, whether they have a similar work experience or not. Correct? No? Similar work experience. Correct? No? So will I give a contract? Like suppose 10 contractor applied, right? 10 contractor means application contract to a contractor who never did this painting activity. They were doing some plumbing activity. Will I give a contract to the plumbing company to do the exterior painting of my house? Tell me. To whom should I give the contract? To the plumbing company or to the painting company who has a very long history of a painting industry? Please tell me. To whom shall I give the contract? To the plumbing company or to the painting company? Painting company, right? No. So I will give the contract to the contractor who has a similar work experience according to the scope of work. Right? No. So similar work experience company, then only I'll give. Then previous accident history, sickness history, I will check. Absenteeism rate of that company, I will check. Checking these things will be will be ensuring me that how they are managing the health and safety. If they have a very bad accident history, too many accidents, high sickness rate, high absenteeism rate, it means that they don't have a good health and safety standard. Correct? No? So I will check this one first before giving the contract or before signing the contract. Then also I will check previous enforcement action, like they have any kind of a enforcement notice or some legal complication. So compliance of the legal requirement, I will check their legal register, whether they are fulfilling the legal requirement or not. Even is there any kind of improvement notice or prohibition notice, I will check. I will also check their risk assessment, risk assessment of the contractor, whether they are controlling the hazards or not into their activity. So I will check their risk assessment also before giving the contract. Then previous and now, like suppose if that company is applying, so that company must be working for some company presently. So at present, who is the client, and who some previous client also reference I will take to verify whether this contractor is good at health and safety or not, in order to work safely or not. So I will take also, I will also inquire about that contractor from his present client and the previous client. If the feedback will be good from the present client or the previous client, I will say that okay, he's a good company. No, this is a good company. Then training record of the contractor workers. The training record I will check whether this company is providing training to their workers or not. How many workers are there, skilled workers, unskilled workers, meaning competency of the workers, knowledge, skill, experience and authority they have or not. So I will check the training record also. I will also check the resources of the contractor, like what is the resource, how many manpowers they have, do they have a sufficient manpower to complete this house activity, or they will be like only engaging a very less manpower workers, and they will be giving too much pressure to the worker, and under the pressure workers may commit some mistakes, and that may result into accident. So sufficient manpower they have or not, sufficient equipment, meaning all the equipments in a good condition, like proper inspection, maintenance, maintained equipment do they have or not. So I will check their how many manpower they have. I will check also how many equipments, and all the equipments are in a good condition or not. I will check before giving the contract. So resources I will check. Then the membership of the contractor ISO certificate. Nowadays, lots of clients are giving contract to the contractor who is having an ISO standard, ISO 45001 or maybe ISO 14001 environmental management system, maybe ISO 9001 quality management system. So I will give the contract to the contractor who is having some kind of international standard like ISO 45001. So this will be also one of my parameters to verify. If any organization who has this, I will give the contract to them. Okay, no? So this is also one of the checkpoint, or you can say parameters or criteria for selecting the contractor. Then appreciation, appreciation or warning letter from previous client. So I will also check the contractor's appreciation letter or warning letter from the previous client, so that I will be understanding that how they perform. If there is any appreciation letter, then definitely they would have worked properly. Or if there is a warning letter and all that, then definitely that will be reflecting me that this company got some warning letter from the previous client, meaning they were not performing work safely. Isn't it? So you see, these are the parameters. Okay, these are the checkpoints for selecting the contractor before signing. Okay, now before selecting the contractor, you have to check whether these things are okay with the contractor or not. Because 10 company applied, meaning 10 contractor applied, I have to select only one company. So I will give the contract to the company who is meeting this criteria. Okay, so out of 10, whoever is meeting this criteria, this condition, I will give the contract to him. Understood? This very important question. You can mark it as an important question. Okay, this question always comes into the examination. Okay, now this question always comes into the examination. So you can mark it as an important question. Okay, no? Important question. Now tell me everyone, this section is understood or not? Now there is the third last stage. So this one is understood or not? Please reply. Okay, Anjali is saying understood. Okay. Okay. Now after this, after this there is a third stage that is called coordination or maintaining a contractor or coordination with the contractor. That is the third stage, meaning that now after checking these all parameters, you have given contract to one of the contractor. Like suppose contractor XYZ, you have given contract. Now the contractor XYZ came to your workplace, meaning to do the painting, right? So like suppose contractor XYZ met all parameters, you given a contract to him. Now he will come to do the painting. Right? So he will come to do the painting in my house. So how to manage the contractor? Okay, now meaning how to coordinate with the contractor, how to maintain the contractor at the workplace. So what I have to do being a client, that I will nominate a competent person. Okay, I will appoint a competent person or nominate a competent person to coordinate with the contractor. So contractor will be given contact or introduction with the competent person who will be coordinating the work, how the work is being carried out, how the works are. Where is that? Person will be nominated, and that competent person I will introduce with the contractor, so that the contractor, if he has anything, any concerns related to this painting activity, he will coordinate with this competent person. Okay. In the same way, in the industry also happens. So when the contractor comes, one person will be appointed, he will be taking care of the contractor. If there is a multiple contractor at the client location, if you see in the Aramco, in the Saudi Arabia, Aramco has lots of contractor, lots of contractor working. So there is also, contractor, that is called, project management, consultant, PMC or PMT, project management team. So there will be a consultant company who will be taking care of the contractors, multiple contractors at the workplace, means at the client location on behalf of the client. So they are the contractor management, consultant. So if it is only one contractor, one person can be appointed, but sometimes client like Aramco, they have lots of contractors for different activity, like a civil work, building work, mechanical work, oil and gas, lots of contractors are there into the Aramco concession. So there will be one company, contractor management company. They will be coordinating with the contractor, ensuring that the contractors are working safely, following the contract agreement, health and safety agreement. Okay, now then share the contact number of the important person from the client end. So the important person number will be shared with the contractor. Then develop permit to work system. Now permit to work system is one of the system through which contractor can be managed. Like suppose at the workplace, if there is like more than one contractor, like 2, 3, 4, 5 contractor working, so everyone will start working anywhere here and there, then their work will be conflicting each other, right? There will be a conflict between the contractors' work. Like there is a suppose painting activity, then I have given also one contract to the plumbing contractor. I have given already I have already one contractor working for electrical, electrical activity. So plumbing, painting, electrical contractor workers activity will be conflicting each other or not? It will be conflicting. One person please tell me. It will be conflicting, no? It will be disturbing to each other. So for that purpose, permit to work system should be there. So whoever wants to do some work in my facility, in my workplace, they must take permit. Work permit. Without work permit, nobody can work here and there. So that's why you will go to any big client like Aramco or anywhere in the industry. There is a multiple contractor work system which is supposed to be carried out. That's supposed to be carried out by the work permit system, so that the work will not be conflicting with each other. Even the client own operation. Some plants are run by the client itself, so their employees will be also there. So client operation may get hindered. Maybe contractor activity will be contradicting, correct? No, meaning clashing. So those conflicts can be managed by the permit to work system. What is the permit to work system? We will understand it into the element 3. Okay, no? Because in the element 3 there is a separate one topic, permit to work system. This permit to work system is a part of a safe system of work. Safe system of work. We'll understand this one later. So once there is a contractor, you have to implement or develop the permit to work system to avoid conflict between the contractors and the client activity. Then check whether the contractor is working as per the SOP, meaning the standard operating procedures or not, as agreed into the agreement paper. So client can, client or the competent person or the important person who is appointed, client can go to the contractor side anytime to do inspection. Okay, no? To do inspection to ensure they are working according to the standard operating procedure, SOP, standard operating procedure. Okay, or the terms and condition of a agreement. So client can carry out. You see here, it is actually carry out. Okay, it is a spelling mistake. It is double R. Okay. Carry out inspection of workplace. So client can carry out inspection of the contractor activity at the workplace at any time. Client can go to area of activity and can inspect their equipment, their tools, their materials, their people behavior. They can check their documents. They can check without any notice, without any information. Client can go anytime. Okay, everyone. So this is how contractor can be coordinated once he is selected. Okay, now that's why it is a third stage to coordinate, to coordinate with the contractor. Now tell me, this one is understood? Any doubt? We can clarify with it. Any doubt to this stage 3? Anyone? Okay. So this is what the end of the element 1. So tomorrow we will start element 2. That is, PDCA and POPIA, ILO OS 2001 Health and Safety Management System, or the ISO 45001, ISO 45001 management system, which is followed by the principal PDCA. You will see that. Okay. So tomorrow we will start element 2. So element 1 finished. Okay, element 1 finished, and element 1 class discussion notes I will share with you all on your WhatsApp group. You are all in the WhatsApp group, right? I think till now I did not join your WhatsApp group, so I will share the element 1 class discussion notes in the WhatsApp group. From the WhatsApp group you can download it and keep it with you. Okay. Okay. So let's call it a day. Okay. We'll wrap up the session here today. Tomorrow we'll start element 2 freshly. Because if you will start the element 2 today, no, it will not be sufficient time actually. You know. So we need to understand the PDCA, then INO 2001. So it will take time, no? So we should not touch this element 2 today. Tomorrow, firstly, we will touch. Okay, everyone. So let's meet tomorrow, everyone. And this element 1 class discussion notes, I will send you all on your WhatsApp group. You are all in the WhatsApp group, right? In the WhatsApp group of this batch. Yeah. So I'll share this one, after a while. And the class, recordings also, I think yesterday class recording also I forgot to send you. So yesterday class session recording I will send, as well as today class recording I will send to you all. Okay, no, actually I forgot, because in the daytime there was a session, corporate training. So corporate training, I was busy from morning to evening 5 o'clock. So that's why I forgot to send you the video recording of the session. So you can go to the video recording of the session, yesterday's session as well as today's session. Okay, no, today's session recording also you will get it today, or maybe tomorrow morning for the today's video recording session, because it will get extracted. It will be loading. So it will take time. So yesterday's session video recording you will get today. Okay then, so take care. Bye bye. See you all then tomorrow. Okay, everyone. Bye bye. Good night. Okay.